Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. A Week 1 showdown between two teams hoping to get things started on a great note. It's the ULM Warhawks and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, glad to have you with us. Holly Rowe down on the sideline with the latest on an injury.
The UL Monroe head coach told me before the game, one of the things that coach is worried about today is that they will be without their starting quarterback. Got hurt in their game last week, and so today, their backup is going to get his first action of the season. Coach told me they want to make things easy for him early. They've talked to the other teammates. Everybody do your job. Make sure he can get comfortable with everyone around him so he can make some plays for us down the stretch. Nice.
Holly, keep an eye on that one for us. The Warhawks will put boot to leather, and this will be the start of a new season. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gamecocks offense will go to work first. Will Wilson, someone we are looking forward to see how he fits into and leads this offense. Wilson will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Back to pass on second down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Fires deep on the run. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Gamecocks will punt this one away. Makes a catch at the 10. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. So the Warhawks offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. He's gritty, great attention to detail, solid hands. He'll have to be accounted for in this passing attack.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots. Except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power four. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team. And he is option number 1 for the squad.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's past the marker. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Warhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Everett. Got his man. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Wants to go up top on second down. He'll pull it down. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on second and long. Great awareness on the scramble.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
In the backfield, it's Howard. There he goes. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
The Warhawks have it in scoring position on first and goal. The quick game. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I love defenses that can tackle the catch right away. They're not giving up any yak. As soon as that player has the ball, he goes down now.
Second down, gonna throw it. Escapes the pressure to his right. He wants it all. Touchdown, UL Monroe. Fired in from the red zone for the score. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
That's the way you start a game, man. How about this QB? 5 for 5. That touchdown right there was his 5th attempt, his 5th completion, in complete command, understanding what the defense is trying to do and executing it flawlessly.
Was the defense even on the field for that drive? I mean, it looked like routes against air. I mean, they were up and down the field. Receivers, tight ends, running backs, quarterback, all in sync with each other. That was about as good as a passing game can look, and we're certainly hoping that keeps up for the rest of the game.
Quick give. It's McAllister. Stopped right there.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And the Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll ride him again into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Here comes the Warhawks offense onto the field to go on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Running to the left. Give him a pickup of 2. Now 2nd and 8.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage and getting running backs on the ground.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Howard. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Everett. Reels it in.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. They'll go to the air. Throws quickly. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They just keep firing. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And the timing just a hair off.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm. And finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
They'll run the counter. They'll make the stop, but he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
And I really like the belief and the discipline by this QB because he drops back. He wants to throw the football. He sees it's covered, but he says, I can go get it, and takes off and barely gets enough for the first down. But
got some room, entered to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. And the Warhawks have it with a 1st and goal. Tells to run, wants to pass. Rolls right. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Warhawks.
And how about this signal caller today, man? He's showing you he can do it through the air and now with the legs, showing off the repertoire, showing why he is so hard to defend, and this defense is feeling it early in the football game.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. We've reached the end of the period, and it's Louisiana Monroe out front. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wilson to pass. Right side, it's Tyler. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. The Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off play action. Under pressure. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And 2nd and short is such a great time to use the whole playbook. You have the whole field. You can run it, or you can play action pass. I like the call by this offense, but great job by this defense being ready and playing good D.
And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Long way to go on second down.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain. 3rd and 4. From the gun, wants to pass. On the move. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Just feeds the running back. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
And they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. Dropping back, it's Everett. Escapes the pressure going right. Fires on the move. And the missed connection on 3rd down. The Warhawks will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. No room to bring it back. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Nothing but punts as a result of the first 3 offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Coleman. Breaks into the open. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, and they'll move the chains. It's 1st down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick completion to the right. Could not make his way to the corner.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
A 5-yard pickup there leaves him with 3rd down and 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Motion from the wideout. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. It's complete to the left. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's McAllister. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. Wilson will throw. Look out! And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And it looks as if we're going to get a timeout here as a man is shaken up. That is their junior defensive end, and they hope he's just rattled momentarily. Holly Rowe will update his condition in a bit. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Right down the boulevard, it's good. Now the lead is down to 11.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Sees an alley. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. All right, guys, let's take a minute and talk about the Warhawks. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking for a man. It's Everett. Here comes the rush, and got him wrapped up at the 28.
So this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
The Gamecocks been the first of their 3 timeouts. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. And the Warhawks send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. Coverage unit all over him, stopped immediately. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to come into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Rush right in his face. Left side is McAllister. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking.
And, man, you got to love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Wilson to pass. Finds his target. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's fourth down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They boot it away. All the way back to the 15. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Louisiana Monroe offense heads out onto the field to open this drive. Let's see how aggressive they are in trying to get points on the board before halftime. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. He has 60 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
He's going to run it. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. The Warhawks headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Looking long. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Shotgun snap on third down. Got his man. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. And that is no good. After the miss, the lead still at 11. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's kick things off with Jacksonville State taking on the UAB Blazers. And it's the Gamecocks with a double-digit lead. You can't count out the opposition, but I'd say the defense looks awfully stout so far. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications. Back over to your game inside Williams-Brice Stadium. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Williams-Brice.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the Warhawks offense onto the field to go on the attack. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Out wide left, it's Howard. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Dropping back, it's Everett. Oh, pressure's coming. Forced to just throw it away on third down, and now they face fourth. And the Warhawks will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Taken down right away. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Pulls it. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. On third down, he drops to throw. Rushes on, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
He'll field it close to the 50. They drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll go to the counter. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
That's when I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete. Because he made the catch, but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate throw. He'll know next time to just let that ball go.
Sets his feet. It's Everett. Turns it upfield. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them. They've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on second down, no problem for them.
The Warhawks have it in scoring position on first and goal. Sells the run, looking to pass. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
The give. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Looking to get it in. He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up fourth and goal.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's third down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up fourth and short. And you've got to think on offense, you've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this first down.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. The give. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. Little bit of running room as he picks up 4 and gets it out to the 5. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Nothing there, and he just had to throw it away. The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. He gets it away from his end zone and a very good kick here. Searching for space. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. Looking to pass, it's Everett. Moving out to the right. He'll pull it down and run. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. And the Warhawks with the 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. A late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage? Not.
Touchdown, UL Monroe! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Wilson will throw. Extending the play. He'll try to do it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides.
You know, we don't see this very much in college football anymore. Quarterbacks just taking care of their bodies and making smart decisions. Get down on the ground so you don't take one of these big hits from these nasty...
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. 3rd play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. From the gun, the running back has it. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. The give on the counter. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Louisiana Monroe has the edge. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Looking downfield, it's Everett. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Now it's 2nd and goal. Was to pass. He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been an INT.
They'll run it on 3rd and goal. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Leon. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. From the gun, looking for a man. Here comes the heat. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. That costly penalty will give this offense a new set of downs. Offense getting set for 1st down. Hands it off. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the 1st down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Turns it upfield. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wilson to pass. They'll run the screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
Throws to the wideout. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down.
And I absolutely...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Needs it here on 4th down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to it. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
They're working that left side. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Warhawks will snap it on 1st and 10. Moving the pocket, it's Everett. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. Because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. 6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Left side is Howard. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
3rd down and short is exactly what you want on offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice.
Big guy tries to barrel in. Touchdown, Warhawks. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And I just love what I'm seeing from this team. Like, going on the road, game 1, where you're still figuring out who you are and what you do well. Another scoring drive by this offense. Looks like they're going to get the dub in a hostile environment to start the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Wilson will throw. Caught. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the 4th quarter.
Grab near the marker is Leon. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off.
Nice execution by the offense on third down, understanding what they had to do to get the first down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's McAllister.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. This time they'll throw it. Finds his man. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Gamecocks are facing 3rd and inches. Right at the line. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
Yeah, and no nonsense. I like it when you get downhill. You know exactly where the sticks are. I'm not trying to get a 20 or 30-yard gain. I got to get that first down. 3rd and 2, I'm going to be physical. Nice job by that running back.
We've waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.